Welcome to Digital Learning of DCE. This is 26th session of Human Resource Management subject, and this subject is a part of 5th semester BBA course of Mangalore University. In previous session, we have discussed meaning and definition of performance appraisal. In this session, we are going to learn objectives of performance appraisal and process of performance appraisal. Now, let us see the objectives of performance appraisal. Performance appraisal ನ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಉದ್ದೇಶಗಳು ಏನು ಎಂದು ನೋಡುವ. ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ, to identify the strength and weakness of employees so that we can place a right person on right job at a right time. To provide a database to the management for making certain decisions related to their placements, pay, promotion, transfer, etc. To diagnose the strength and weakness of the employees so that to identify whether there is a need of training and development program for employees. To facilitate the communication between superior and subordinate so that we can reduce grievances of employees. To provide a feedback to the employees about their performance appraisal has to be done. To judge the effectiveness of other human resource functions of the organization like recruitment process, selection process, placement, and induction programs, performance appraisal has to be conducted. To provide a clarity regarding expectations and responsibilities of the functions which are to be performed by the employees. Performance appraisal has to be done to provide an opportunity for organizational diagnosis and development. To maintain and assess the potentials which are present in an employee for further development and growth, performance appraisal has to be conducted. It is also required to serve as a basis for influencing working habits of the employees. These are the various objectives of performance appraisal. Now let us see the process of performance appraisal. There are 5 steps in the process of performance appraisal. The first step is to establish the performance standard. The appraisal process will start with the establishment of performance standards. The manager must determine what is the output and what accomplishment has to be done by the employees, and skills will be evaluated. These standards should evolve out of the job analysis and job description. These performance standards should also be very clear and objective to be understood and measured. Standards should not be expressed in a vague manner. Second step in the process of performance appraisal is communicating the standards. Once the performance standards are established, there is need to be communicated to the respective employee so that they come to know what is expected from them. Past experience indicates that not communicating standards to the employees will create certain problems. It must be noted that just communicating the information related to the performance standards from the manager to the employee is not a communication. It becomes communication only when the transfer of the information has taken place and has been received and understood by the employees in the same manner. The feedback from the employees on the standards communicated to them must be obtained. If required, standards may be modified or revised in the light of feedback which are obtained from the employee. So, the communication in two ways is very important. The third steps involved in the performance appraisal is measuring actual performance. This is a third step. In this stage, the actual performance of the employee has to be measured on the basis of information available from various sources such as personal observation, statistical reports, oral reports, and written reports. The evaluator's feeling should not be influenced on the performance measurement of the employee. Measurement must be objective, which are based on facts and findings, because the measuring of the performance, actual performance, is very critical and important for the evaluation process. The next step is comparing the actual performance with standards. The actual performance has to be compared with the predetermined standard, so that comparison will reveal the any deviation between the standard performance and the actual performance. And this will enable the evaluator to proceed to the fifth step process, that is discussion of the appraisal. So once you compare the actual performance with the standard, if there is any deviation, you have to take corrective action. That is the next step, taking corrective action. That is the final step of the appraisal process. In this step, the area where required certain improvements are identified, and then measures are taken to correct that and to improve the performance are identified and initiated. These are the important steps involved in the process of performance appraisal. Thank you.